Good day, good people. Once again, you've got the grumpy old nerds in your ear. As always, it is I, your Uncle John, your elder who knows way too damn much about TV, movies, comic books, sci-fi, gaming, and whatnot. Oh, I look like Uncle Ruckus right there. Ah, yes. And as always, we are joined by our lovely but talented cast of uncles and aunts who are ready to discuss all things nerd culture with you. Starting at the very top, we got the five-borough Ronin, Uncle Rod. What's good, sir?
What's good, man? Two things real quick. Get that logo out of my face. That's number one. Number two.
Oh, God.
Number two. Damn it. I'm tired of that damn music. We got to get something other than that fake Billy Squire music for our intro.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find something. We're gonna
You-
do something other than the fake stroke me.
Okay. Yes, because there's nothing else that I hate than a fake stroke me.
A fake
And
stroke.
also, coming up next is
Absolutely.
Auntie Amayou. Hey, how are you, ma'am?
Hello. Happy Thursday. Let me show y'all something real quick. These are the ribbons that I collected during Dragon Con.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, we'll talk about that a little bit. There we
You
go.
know
Wow.
what?
Now,
We are going to
do
talk
you
about
get
that.
them for
No, it's not like Mardi Gras. It's nerdy gras.
okay. All right.
I'll just put them around me right here so I don't forget.
Man, that's
You know
like
what?
a stole.
I do not. I appreciate the fact that he asked. And because he did that, we're going to move next to the Red Bone Assassin, Uncle DJay. What's good, sir?
All good.
Nice. And last but certainly not least, live from the booty chair is Uncle Percy. What's good, doctor?
Who the hell decided to change the date from Wednesday to Thursday? I am missing my goddamn game.
That
I'm
was
with you, bro.
a
I'm with you, bro.
strategic mistake. And I did it in the midst of the summer where we were bored all week and really had no sports going on. So that's something that we might want to discuss because
So we're on next Wednesday?
when the Bears play, I don't know if we'll be having a show on a Thursday. So
You will.
yeah.
You will.
Okay. You are whatever fan you are. Who are you a fan of, Rod? I'm sorry.
The Cowboys.
Okay.
Mm.
Oh, damn.
All day long.
Damn.
Even the
Everybody on the
males
panel was like, gave you
You heard
that
that?
grunt, like whatever. Go, go Jaguars. Mel, come on now.
Don't hate.
Come on, Mel. And
Ooh,
always,
Lose to them.
and behind the ones and twos is super producer Mel, who's a Jacksonville fan. My
Did you talk about Uncle Percy, man?
What about Uncle Percy?
You didn't introduce Uncle Percy?
I did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, you did. Maybe I missed it. All right, my bad.
Uncle DJ. Come on now.
Well, you threw me with them damn ribbons.
Okay, so for Uncle DJ's pleasure, live from the booty chair is Uncle Percy. Hi, Uncle Percy.
Yeah, that's what
Enjoying
I'm
a
talking
snack
about.
during the show.
There you go.
Who the hell selected this day for the show? I missed my
And
football game.
that's where we left off. So
Yeah.
I would be remiss
Deja
if
vu.
we did not discuss Dragon Con. Let's do that. So Amayou, please regale us with tales of Dragon Con and how you enjoyed yourself.
Dragon Con was amazing per usual. I debuted my Loki variant. It is ATL Loki. She came complete with a fake booty and a green onesie. So the pictures are on IG. Go to my Amayou82 down there if you want to see all the pictures and video. I didn't go the whole weekend. I started off with Saturday, which is the day I usually give blood, and I did that as well this year. And then Sunday, I had a great time, and that was when I also went to the Black Geeks of Dragon Con photo shoot, which was awesome. It's always good to have us all together. And everything else was pretty much normal. There were a lot of Barbies there, which I thought was super cute, of course. Not as many Ariels as I thought would be there, but I brought my Ariel as well. So
I just got one question.
What's that?
Did you have the horns?
I may happen to have the horns here right now. Actually, yes, this is my Loki variant complete with horns.
There we go.
Oh,
Did I wear them for the
Okay.
rest of the show?
Please. I have to say, I saw the costume online and I was kind of curious. Why does Amayou have a fake butt? But
ATL, baby.
Oh,
Completely
Jesus.
makes sense. Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
Right.
Wow.
So your badges or scarf or whatever that is around your neck. Explain to us what that is.
So you just randomly get ribbons at any of these cons, and they can say anything. So the first one I have is my blood donor one, and this one that says "Be My Victim." I got that from Candyman. I got the lift every chair and swing one from this lovely white woman that cosplayed as the lady who got busted in the head with the chair. Pictures
Oh,
of that
damn.
on IG
What the hell?
as well. If you are over 35, you will know what this is. Do y'all know what this is right here? This blue one?
The 2 circles and the 2 dots.
Circle, circle, dot, dot. Now you've got your cootie shot.
Now
It's
you
a
got your
cootie
cootie
shot, is what it is.
See, the problem is we're way over 35.
Before the
Way,
circle, circle, dot, dot.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So I got a whole bunch of stuff. If you've been going to Dragon Con for a long time, you know that this is the pattern from the carpet at one of the hotels. And I've got this ally one. I'm an ally.
That's cool.
And plenty of other stuff. Oh, I did not. This one's not true, but this is that last one you see. Did not have that, but I got the badge.
You know, I'm so
Right.
glad.
Also,
Right. Sure.
Mrs. Nerd. I'm so glad Mrs. Nerd didn't see that because I'd never go to Dragon Con.
Exactly.
Well, Mrs. Nerd, that way you can have it.
There's no way.
Baby,
and she's
this
literally
ribbon?
just left the room too. So there's no way
What's
that I'd
this
be going
ribbon
to it.
here?
So Amayou, what started your fascination with drag? Because you go to Dragon Con all the time, every year.
Yeah, I just realized this is actually my 10th year, barring pandemonium years. So I'll make it short. So
No, please.
I grew up in
Make it as long as you like.
No, I grew up in a very conservative Christian household, like the kind that didn't celebrate Halloween. So we had Hallelujah nights. I really didn't get to dress up. Right? Exactly.
Damn.
So someone said, "Hey, are you going to Dragon Con one year?" This was in 2013. I said, "What's Dragon Con? I've never heard of this." They're like, "Oh, there's this, thing. They have a parade. You get to dress up." And I said, "Wait, you get to dress up?" So that day I went to Spencer's and I got like this little Batgirl outfit, just something off the rack or whatever. Put that on the next day for Dragon Con, and I went and I just saw the parade and I saw the people. I was like, "Oh, this is my thing. These are my people." So the next year I went all out, body paint. I went as Gamora. That was one of my cosplays was Gamora. So I had the body paint and everything. So I've been in love with it ever since, and I've gone every year since, even if it's just to give blood. Like even if I have something else planned, I'll go down there, give blood, so I get my t-shirt. Save lives, and see all the nice cosplays.
So did the family make you repent for your sins?
That ain't their business. Okay? With my horns on, right?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you went
go.
straight to the devil.
Right. So Jesus still loves me. That's all.
So okay, Amayou, here's my challenge to you.
Okay.
If you were to come up with a cosplay costume for each one of us, what would you pick for us? What would be your ideal cosplay costume for us, including Mel?
Oh.
Okay. With you, I would do Luke Cage. You already know.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
The baseball cap is giving me some type of coat, so I'd have to find what would be a good coach that's in a movie of some sort,
Oh, for Rod? Okay.
Let me see. No, we're not leaving you out, Mel. You're next. Mel, so I would do a Poison Ivy, and I would have Mel be the Harley Quinn to my Poison Ivy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Uncle
Mel,
DJ.
you don't save, you take full damage, baby. You get all of this.
Uncle DJ, I would like Uncle DJ to be, and you might have to get you a little wig for this, but Ice-T. I would like you to be Ice-T's character from Law and Order SVU, so it might be a little hot, but that's who I would like you to be.
That would be so cool.
Officer Finn.
I see that.
Officer Finn.
That's
kind of cool.
I see that.
Uncle Percy.
I'll
Would you say
just
you don't want to do it?
I'll just be a nigga.
Damn.
But a very famous nigga. You would be the nigga that was Carl Winslow from Family Matters. That's why how you be.
Bingo. That's a
Top
famous.
outfit and everything.
Damn.
That is fantastic. I love it.
Actually, you know what, Amayou? I actually went as Pittsburgh Steelers coach Mike Tomlin for Halloween one time.
Yes.
See,
That
there you
would be-
go. That would be. You got your
Yeah.
whistle. Get your whistle. You got to get
I had
your
a-
cross on your neck. Yeah, you got.
I had a headset.
I
Had a Steelers top. I had a headset. I had my sunglasses, the aviators on. Walked in the grocery store, and like everybody was doing double takes. Cause I was like, "Is that really him?"
I love
Dude,
it. I love
I
it.
can see it. I can see it. I can see it. So, all right. Thank you for that recap of Dragon Con. I'm going next year, and Mayu, I need your help. I am going to bust my cosplay cherry. I'm going to cosplay next year.
Nice.
Mayu, I need your help.
I got you.
I was supposed to be there this past weekend, but
But you have that logo on your face.
due to
Well,
one
Uncle
more
Ryan, wait a
time.
minute. The logo kind of works because it's like a comic book type deal. You know, you just behind the, the comic book title and shit.
The that's almost like a little box that goes in the corner. Used to be in the corner.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. On the comic
right,
book.
right.
Okay.
Little box in the corner.
So before we go any further down that rabbit hole, Ahsoka, the latest episode on Disney Plus just aired. Yeah. Okay. Did anybody else watch it?
I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it.
I've been playing Starfield. I missed it. I've been just nonstop.
Okay, well, we definitely gonna talk about that in a
Yeah,
minute. 'Cause
that's up next.
yeah,
So, Rod, tell me why I should be excited about Ahsoka again.
why you should be excited. If you're someone who's watched, and see, this is somewhat of the problem with this show right now. It's like it's kind of reliant on you having seen other things beforehand to really
Yes.
get all of the characters and their
Yes.
motivations, especially Sabine Wren and her
Yes.
wanting to find Ezra Bridger.
Yes.
If you didn't know any of the characters beforehand
And
you were watching this show,
Mm-hmm.
you would have so many questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of a mistake that they're doing. I mean, Dave Filoni is an excellent writer. He and John Favreau are doing a great job with kind of trying to bring the Star Wars universe back. But I think he made a slight misstep in this one by not giving people who hadn't seen Rebels
Mm-hmm.
or any of the other things previous beforehand, not giving them kind of enough background info for this.
So,
Because if you watch Rebels, and I'm trying to remember the other show, it was another animated show. Oh, Resistance. That's what it was. So if you were someone that hadn't watched Rebels or Resistance, you're kind of looking right now. You're still trying to figure out who Ahsoka Tano is because they barely mentioned that she was Anakin's Padawan. You're wondering who Ezra Bridger is, who Hera Syndulla is, who Sabine Wren is, Chopper the droid, and all of those people feature prominently in Rebels. And so, like I said before, I think Dave and John are doing a great job bringing it back. But I think in this particular case with this series, it was a slight misstep by not giving enough background info.
So do you think that maybe that was intentional so that people would have to go back and watch the other stuff?
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but like the people who've seen the shows, and they're looking at all this and they're like, "Oh, that's great, that's awesome, that's a great callback," and everybody else is like, "Who the hell is this?" So
Because I feel like every time something happens, I'm just like, okay, I'm really not emotionally invested in any of this. Would I be if I knew who these people were? Or like Mario is commenting, he says he can't stand Sabine. Would my opinion of her change if I knew who she was?
I think you would like the Sabine character in Rebels a lot more than this one.
Okay.
And that's another thing I found. It's like the live action versions of these people are not quite like the animated versions, personality wise.
Okay.
Sabine Wren is a Mandalorian, and so she should be able to fight very well. She's an artist as well, as you can tell. Maybe you can't tell, maybe not, but some of the designs in her place, the way she has her speeder painted, See, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
you would know all of those things if you have been watching Rebels. Like that's why her armor is really colorful. Her hair is different colors. She's
Right.
like a
That
big
makes
time
sense.
artist. Yeah,
That
she's
makes sense.
like a graffiti artist.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel like now I've seen a couple of episodes of Rebels, so I recognize Chopper and the name Chopper.
Mhm.
Like, why is the robot not a C3PO model or whatever with the numbers and letters? Why is the child who is voiced by David Tennant, by the way, which is the only reason I'm sticking with the show because I'm a David
Love
Tennant.
that.
Oh, you're talking about the other droid.
Who Yang? Who
Yes.
you with? Who Yang? I don't know.
Right. Yeah. When I saw David Tennant, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's a cool thing for him.
I saw his name in the credits, like, oh shit, let me go back and see where he
Yeah, I
is.
thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, I don't, like I said, if you had seen Rebels, you'd know why she wants to find Ezra so badly.
Were they fucking?
You wouldn't know.
No.
You would know who Kanan Jarrus was. That's someone else that they showed because they showed a
You
portrait
say
of
can of jars?
Kanan Jarrus.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was they showed a portrait of pretty much everybody who was in the show Rebels at the beginning of
Right.
Ahsoka. And all of those people, different things happened to them. Some people have passed on or what have you. But you don't get that. Again, you don't get that if you're someone who wasn't watching that show.
Yeah.
So those kind of emotional touchstones are past you. Like you don't get that.
Okay. Yeah, I really like that mural that they
Yeah.
showed, like you said.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be excited to see that, but I don't know. I don't know who those people are.
Right. And the planet that they're on is Lothal, which is where Rebels began. That's where Ezra was.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Well-
and it ended up the final battle in the show Rebels was on Lothal.
Oh.
Where Ezra sacrificed himself, Kanan sacrificed himself in order for the rebels to win. So
now Kanan, who was voiced by Freddie Prinze Jr. Now he's dead.
Apparently he's dead. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Presumed dead, but anybody can come back if they want him to come back bad enough.
I mean, yeah, and Freddie Prinze Jr. is a bona fide actor, so I'm sure they would love to have him reprise the role in live action. But anyway,
yeah, I mean, if it's possible, you know what? They brought back Boba Fett, so I say anybody can come back.
that's
Man, listen.
So, I guess Mel is trying to tell us that we're on to the next chapter in this.
No, that
book
was
we
me.
call Grumpy Old
That's
Nerd.
what I'm going to dress up as.
Oh,
It's gonna be a cosplay.
There you go.
Got it.
Hell yeah.
so Uncle
What was
DJ,
that,
why don't you
Gears
give
of
us
War?
a review of Starfield?
Call of Duty.
Okay. Oh, that's Call. Oh, okay, that was Call of Duty. Auntie Mel, you got the video or no?
I guess I said it too fast. So I guess now it's time for our review of Starfield. Uncle DJ, take it away.
All right. Well, video or no? Basically, Starfield. Uh-oh. Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Is that a little black girl?
Okay, little
The black girl.
Oh,
That's right.
with blue eyes. I
With the
see.
bright
Now,
eyes.
who's he? He ain't black.
No. Well, you never know.
Come on, talk us through it, DJ.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So basically, he's a, I guess you could say an astronaut, but not really. It's well, I guess technically they're astronauts, but Earth is like Firefly. This has kind of got Firefly reminiscence to it. The Earth that was has been all used up. So at this point, everybody has since moved on, way past the moon. The game has about 1,000 planets in it. Okay, so
Wow.
very different galaxies. Just like Firefly, I'm going to make a lot of Firefly references because just like Firefly, there's the United Council, which is like the Alliance. And Mario is saying he hopes it sucks because it is an Xbox exclusive, and it's also on PC, but it is not on PlayStation. And he happens to be one of them Sony. He happens to be one of them Sony brothers, so he's not feeling it. But the guy, the astronaut just now, he just had kind of like a vision. And the reason he has that vision because the patch that she has on her arm is a group called Constellation. I'm not giving away anything that is a spoiler because like literally at the very beginning of the game, in the first 30 minutes, you quickly find out that there's an artifact and you touch the artifact. You're a miner
Of
on,
course there is.
That's what she said.
all right. And when you touch it, you get a vision, which, that's happened to me a couple of times with, some women, and
You
you
touch
just
them and you get a vision.
get a vision, it's
Or they're
like, whoa,
searching for your artifact.
it's like, I'm sorry, baby, but, it just, just touching you, just threw me, but anyway.
That's called assault.
Oh dear.
That's not quite assault. Not quite assault. uh, anyway, so running back, you are the explorer. And in Starfield, it's an RPG. It's a true RPG. It's open world. They give you a ship right in the beginning, which is awesome. You go back and you meet the Constellation crew, and they basically tell you what's going on, and it's about the artifact and it's about exploring. But being a true Bethesda game, there's just an innumerable amount of side quests, little missions, little things you can do. My assessment of it, I literally like supposedly, from what I understand, there's no level threshold. Like some of the RPG games, you can level up to like 50 or 30 or whatever, and that's it. You top out. From what I understand in Starfield, there's no level max.
Oh,
So
wow.
you just play and keep playing and keep playing and keep playing. But what's cool about that, I've been pissed, and a lot of people have been pissed with Bethesda for a very long time. And I mentioned this before, how I was waiting so long for a true RPG, a true open world game, a AAA game, because after Grand Theft Auto came out with their online, so many companies, wanted to make the money. They want that, that microtransaction. They wanted that constant, online crowd and bringing more people in and all playing together. So what Bethesda did, Bethesda is responsible for, masterpieces like, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and so if you're, a person like me who, Call of Duty is cool. There's the multiplayers that's cool. But I don't want to be bothered with motherfuckers all the time. So, I like, my single player, just getting to my own world and stuff. And Bethesda copped out. And instead of making the next Fallout or the next, Elder Scrolls after Skyrim, and even Starfield, they went the multiplayer route, made some bullshit called Fallout 76 and all of that. That just wasted years and years and years. So for me, this is finally like a game I can sink my teeth into, which I have been doing since last week because I paid for the premium upgrade. So it literally was
Good
supposed
for
to come
you.
out September 6th, but I've been playing it since August 31st, 7 p.m. Well, actually, August 31st, we had a show.
Right.
So I had to wait until 9 p.m.
To hell with the show. You got Starfield to play. Yeah.
I had Starfield to play. So at 9:01, I was Starfield, bound. But my review, my end of the review is this. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of flack. People are talking shit, good and bad about it, this, that, and the other, my thing is this. I played to level 10 and then I restarted because it was one of those things I do, a lot where it's like, okay, knowing what I know now, let me go back, and let me slow down. Um, if anything, I would say that don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody ruin your good time. It's so much in this game, and there's so much to do, and it's so huge that you don't have to rush to do anything.
Gotcha.
If you're not, the most badass, if you're not the best with the pistol right now, don't worry about it. It'll come. You got you can build your own ship. You can battle in space. You get blown up, if you ain't up to par yet, slow down, don't worry about it. You'll get there. But there's so much in this game to do that you just pull back, take some time, relax. There's no wrong. There's no right or wrong necessarily. It's just enjoy it, because it's huge and there's a lot of dialogue. There's a lot of characters. So far, I've had moments already in the last week where I've met characters, fell in love with them already, hated some other ones, had some battles where I got my ass whooped, and had to go back and go, okay, can't go there. And that's what I love about open world, because there's some places that you can go, but you should,
Mm.
All
you
right,
know.
couple of questions, bro.
Yeah.
First question: do you always have to play as a human?
Oh.
Um, Good question. So, I mean, I would almost say yes, because I haven't seen any other types of, other than you can, create your look and everything.
Right.
I haven't seen anything different,
Okay.
and from what I understand, it's all based on the human race coming from,
Got
uh,
you. Okay, so it's pretty
from
human
Earth, and that's
centric.
it's 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 human central, except for the flora and the fauna, out and about. That
Okay,
that's the difference.
got you.
Yeah,
All right.
resources and yeah,
Second question:
yeah,
can I make my spaceship look like something other than a flying egg carton?
and you know
Because a
what?
lot of those ships I've
I've
seen
seen
in the trailers and whatnot, they look real
exactly.
boxy.
They look real boxy, and the thing is that um, I've seen the Millennium Falcon, which is kind of a round egg carton, so to speak. Um, I've seen some other stuff, that was kind of creative. But you're right. So far, what I've seen so far, there's modules, and those modules, somebody's going to have to get creative. I'm not a modder, and I'm not. I generally don't get into modding, so I know there's going to be some stuff that you're going to see, and it's like, oh, that's cold blooded. But it's going to be something on
No doubt.
PC, something somebody modded, that type of deal. But I knowing Bethesda, and I think with them, with their experience now from the Fallout 76 online updates, constant updates and stuff like that, I would be remiss if they did not put out, like they have with Fallout, with Skyrim, extra DLC where they will, you know, flesh
Allow you
that
to
out so much
customize your
more.
ship better.
Absolutely, and I mean to a large extent. Um, right now, there's so much in the game. I think they were just like, okay, let's just keep this simple for now until we, can at least get the initial bugs and everything. Because I've seen some stuff, characters floating. One lady was sitting at her station, but it wasn't a station. Basically, it was a ladder going through her abdomen on the ship, and she was just like kind of working like nothing was going on. Minor stuff though. I mean, minor stuff. Nothing that took away from the enjoyment of the game. But it's
Got you.
cool.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
real quick, Mario is asking, how does it compare to the Outer Worlds?
Um, with the outer worlds was very cool, and kind of I think it was I kind of feel like Outer Worlds was more linear. It wasn't as expansive because they had a story to tell. You had side quests and stuff like that. I think Outer Worlds kind of remind me of Borderlands more so than anything else. And it was a little cartoonish, so to speak, but
Oh damn.
still cool. The only thing that I've seen with Starfield so far, and I hate to poo poo on it, but the funny part is they tell you how much you can customize your character. Scars or whatever, skin tone, everything. You can get deep into it. You can spend hours customizing your character. I swear to God, they got the same 20 motherfuckers, as NPCs that, and not like, oh, I was just on this planet. No. I just came out the bar and I saw your ass, but you were wearing a different outfit and same hairstyle though. Wait a minute, no, you don't have the
even
beard.
in space, they're trying to say we all look alike. Is that it?
Man, listen, yeah, I'm like, okay, y'all could have randomized, the NPCs just a little bit more because everybody looked familiar. And I'm trying to, I got all of these missions and all these side quests and all this stuff, and I'm like trying to keep them straight. And wait a minute, you're, wait a minute, ain't you? No, wait a minute, let me check my notes here and shit, because you look like the motherfucker I just killed not too long ago. I thought that shit was done.
Dude with a beard and curly hair. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I thought that shit was over. So they
Clearly it's
they
not.
they kind of took like the what is it when you take the they did the Trump effect at his inauguration and shit. They just multiplied that shit on so it looked like a bigger crowd.
So every 10 people, it's the same.
Yeah, every 10 people was the same 10 motherfuckers and shit.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah. Sorry, Mario. It sounds better than the Outer Worlds. So, but
it is. It actually is. I'm having fun with the ship combat.
Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, thank you, Uncle DJ, for that. And after these messages, we'll be right back.
Auntie Amayou trying to get a commercial up in this motherfucker.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics, there's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
T. Madden and Associates is a sophisticated and experienced law firm located in your neighborhood. We're turning injury to cash.
T. Madden and Associates obtained almost $2 million for my injury. They turned my injury to cash.
Now, we can't guarantee how much your injury is worth, but we've recovered millions for our clients. Call T. Madden and Associates at 833-PAID-123. That's 833-PAID-123.
Stride K-12 powered schools are ready to put over 20 years of being a leader in online education to work for you. Dive into curriculum designed for the online classroom. Team up with state-certified teachers trained in virtual instruction. Take control of your child's education journey. Discover the power of personalized learning with a leader experienced in preparing kids for a future they can be excited about. Take charge. Stride K-12. Enroll now for the fall.
And we're back. Once again, the grumpy old nerds in your ear. I am Uncle John. That's Auntie Amayou. That's Uncle Rod. And that is Uncle DJ. Uncle Percy had to take a break from the booty chair, but hopefully he'll return shortly. So,
there you go.
Over this past week, the One Piece live action adaptation was released on Netflix. I watched exactly one episode. Did anybody else happen to check it out?
Wait a minute. You only watched one episode?
I watched one episode. Well, here's my conundrum. I wanted to watch some of the animated show first before I watched the first episode, but I did not. So, why you put your hand on me? So, I wanted to at least watch. I at least wanted to watch one episode so we could talk about it on the show today. How many episodes did you get? Did you watch the whole thing?
No, it's been playing Starfield, but I at least got in.
Starfield got me.
I know, it got me, man. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. No, but I did do 4 or 5 episodes at least.
Okay. So, what for you? Someone who's familiar with the franchise? You were familiar with the franchise?
No.
Oh, okay. So you're a newbie like me.
Totally new for me.
What did you think of it?
I mean, I love that it was. I wasn't familiar with it, so I was like, "Oh, this is different," you know. And so checking it out, I was like, "Okay, all right, interesting." And then the different villains and stuff, and the lead guy, I guess, is quirky, you know. Luffy, yeah. Monkey D. Luffy. I just kind of, suspended, belief and just rolled with it. And it's been cool. I've just been enjoying it.
So, again, and that's the issue when you have these properties that cross different platforms. I really feel that I should be a little bit more interested in what's going on. But I think that that's reserved right now for diehards of the franchise. Like the first episode, I thought it was okay, but it didn't do anything for me in terms of, oh my God, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, he's got the stretchy powers. I'm curious to know in the animated series, do they right off the bat tell you how he got stretchy?
Okay. Now.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, listen. I have a whole lot of people who are big time in the anime community, right?
Okay.
I consider myself one of them, except I'm finding that I'm a lot more into old school anime than a lot of new stuff that's happening right now.
Okay.
And everybody's telling me, watch One Piece. It's so awesome. It's so great. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna finally sit down one day. I'm gonna watch this shit. I got on. I watched the first episode and I was like, yo, this is like Saturday morning cartoons.
Pretty much. That's the vibe I got.
Like this is like real goofy. I'm thinking it was like this big time adventure kind of adventure anime, and it might be. It really, really might be. And maybe it's one of those things that kind of starts slow because I understand it's like over 100 episodes of this
And that was
for
my
anime.
issue. I went to Netflix to try and see like where I should start. And I
Yeah, good
just
luck.
typed in One Piece and like 5 different titles jumped up. I was like, what the hell? How am I supposed to know where to start?
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, a lot of people listen. A lot of people love One Piece. I try to watch.
they
I watched the
do.
first 2 episodes. I couldn't get into it. So I'm
Mhm.
so with that in mind, I'm kind of like leery about watching the live action. So I'm kind of like, I guess I'll check it out at some point, but it's not like, oh my god, I gotta see it because my satisfaction with the anime version was a little less than little
So,
less
Amayou, are you
little
familiar
less.
with One Piece at all?
I'm vaguely, and when I say vaguely, vaguely familiar with it. My ex's son, he actually cosplayed as Monkey the Luffy. Is that what it's called?
Monkey
At
D. Luffy. That
MomoCon.
is his
So
name. Yeah.
that's how I found out who he was or whatever. But yeah, that's it. That's the limit. And I've seen the trailer. That's it. I have not
Look,
watched an episode, anime or live action.
there's a social media personality on TikTok. He calls himself Strawhead Goofy, and I didn't make that connection until I saw the
Mm.
TV show. I was like,
Right, right,
okay.
right.
And Rod, I think you should be mad because the logo is gone while Amayu's on top. But when you were on top, Mel was like, "We're just gonna cover his whole damn face."
It's
So
all good, baby.
Tio, keep watching. You have to get the
Just get the story of
story
how he got
You
his
have to get the
powers.
story of how he got his crew.
How he
Mhm.
got
No,
his
no, no, how
crew.
he got his crew.
Okay.
how he got
Yeah.
his crew. Okay, I mean
All right.
it. Okay, so my initial reaction is I'm glad that we've gotten to a point where stretchy superpowers now don't look so cartoonish because I have hope for the Fantastic Four. That's my main thing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I you said Rod, you said the cartoon is more Saturday morning cartoonish.
It was like really, really, really like goofier than the typical goofy anime.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, like I said, maybe because I was expecting something different and it was wildly different than what I expected.
Okay.
It was like totally in the other direction. Maybe that's why my reaction was so strong to it because I
Can
was
I ask
like,
you a question? Like with
go ahead.
anime, the vibe of anime or the is it that One Piece is more when you say Saturday night cartoon? I mean Saturday morning cartoons. The reason I'm asking is like because One Piece is more Americanized.
Mm.
Feels like it's more Americanized than the normal anime.
You know what? There might be something to that. There might be
Yeah.
something to that, but like I said, it seems so much like if it was even more if at the time if I even got the vibe of Pirates of Dark Water. Remember that old animated
Right.
show?
Right.
Even if I got a vibe like that, I'd have stayed with it. But I was getting more like Smurfs and Snorks, and I was
Because okay, so my thing is when you say Saturday morning in the first episode, and DJ, you helped me out with the other subsequent episodes. It got kind of
Mhm.
violent. You know what I mean? It got kind of bloody. So I'm just kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm like, is the cartoon bloody and violent?
Hmm.
Now I don't know about the cartoon.
Rod, I'm asking Rod.
I think it is. I think it does get into that at some point. But like I said, I stuck around for like 2 episodes and I was like, okay. It seems like I said, it seemed like really, really typical, but then they're really, really kind of on the okay. Anybody here watch original Dragon Ball? The original Dragon Ball anime. And that's exactly what it was like to me. I was like, oh. So that's why I went with it. So I lost everybody sufficiently now at this point. So just suffice it to say, it was not as
Well, it builds. It builds.
okay.
So don't
It has
stop
to.
at
It's
the
got over
first.
100
Please
episodes.
don't stop at the first ep. Yeah, because
Mhm.
the way he gets his crew together doesn't happen in the first ep. The way You find out about powers and different villains, and there's some unique shit that I hadn't seen. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know.
So I guess I probably should go past the first episode because anytime you're introducing anytime you're world building, it's going to take a minute for you to really grasp what's going on.
It takes a minute, and the characters have chemistry.
But to Rod's point, Luffy is so goofy that I was starting to be like, dude, the fuck wrong with you? Like,
but you know what? Honestly enough, he's got some gravitas.
Okay.
But initially you get the Luffy and you get the Goofy, but there's some gravitas.
Okay. There was some underlying menace to what he did in that first episode. Because it was so ooh,
right.
I can do this.
Right.
And then it became at one point he was just like, yeah, try me, motherfucker. I said, oh.
Right.
He didn't say it like that, but because he's not black. If he was black, like, okay, bitch, try it if you want to.
Yeah, he's got that. That's what I'm saying. Okay. He's got some gravitas, so yeah.
Okay. And the characters do seem interesting. I guess his goofiness. Oh, Mario said now someone has gravitas in every episode. I guess his goofiness is kind of offset by some of the other characters who seem a lot more serious. So I don't know. I'm not a One Piece junkie. So I'll keep watching because it's something new and something different than what we normally talk about. Oh Lord, T.O. done wrote us a paragraph. Yes, it is more American, i.e. the Avatar. Most anime has a strong story of the good and bad and overcoming the odds. With strong emotional and straightforward serious behavior, the over-the-top goofiness makes it a lot more palatable for American views. Oh, okay, T.O. with the essay. All right.
See, there you go.
I mean, if that's what it is, that's what it is.
Bro. I
will
appreciate that.
Oh, really? Yeah. So maybe I'll come back, but I still want to kind of compare and contrast with the cartoon. Just to see, because of the uproar with Cowboy Bebop, which I thought was actually
I was just about to say Cowboy Bebop. I enjoyed it. It made me go back and watch the animated, and I was like, oh, okay, this is the shit.
I mean, it was solid. I wish they would have made a season 2.
Kept going.
But as a strong Doctor Who gatekeeper, I understand when people feel that their franchise.
Yeah, the people who were anime fans, they killed the live action Cowboy Bebop.
They
said it was horrible.
They didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
I'm just like, were we watching the same program? Because I watched the animated series and I watched the live action. I thought they were pretty solid. And it was a fair enough comparison. But it is what it is. So coming up next, I saw this trailer and I immediately thought of all of you.
That can go in a lot of different directions.
Man, listen.
So I don't think any of you has seen this. This film is actually going to be shown on Lifetime, a channel that I know I don't frequent.
Me neither.
But I was not excited, but I saw this. I said, you know what? This is probably going to be the funniest film of the year, unintentionally.
Lifetime.
So
I feel like learning about serial killers or the other woman being a serial killer.
Look,
or cheerleaders being serial killers.
The name of this,
so I'm good.
The name of this film is Amish Stud. So I wanted to, that alone.
Okay, I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's go.
That's what I'm saying. That alone, Amish Stud, and apparently it's based off a true story.
Silliness. Let's do it.
If people can watch Tubi, they can watch Amish Stud on Lifetime. So, Melody, if you please. Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Damn. Oh shit! It's
Amish
getting kind of like Harrison Ford, getting Harrison Ford witness up in this book.
Okay. Oh, by the neck.
That's how you get them right there.
Okay, Rufus.
She said that's how you get them right there.
Whoa! Oh damn!
Wow.
He's not supposed
he
to
got
have
the
that.
old two-way.
Yeah, he got it. This dude got a flip.
two-way.
Who wants to do an Amish guy?
Way.
Okay.
Who
Really?
wants some Amish D?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
At least.
Man, listen.
Amish stud.
Hey, he must have
Now-
heard somebody say be fruitful and multiply. So he's like, hey, I'm doing my part.
I wish we
Okay.
could have got the volume, but I mean, I think we get the gist of what was going on there.
I think we have the gist of that. Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
So, how long do you think it will take before the Amish community comes out and protests this?
They don't know what's on
What they
TV.
gonna
They
say?
don't. They don't have.
I'm about to say.
They don't know.
How
Somebody
they
will tell
gonna
them.
know?
Somebody who wants some money. Somebody will tell them, "Hey, look at this. I
Man,
think you should
listen.
sue them.
They gonna write them a
Let
note.
me do it for you."
She said, how they gonna know? They ain't watch TV.
They ain't watching them.
That's interesting.
Well, you know they
They-
do take
they
a
get it through
sabbatical
Telegraph,
like
Morse
that,
code.
and they go out into the world
Carry a
and then they
pigeon.
come back.
Yep.
Yeah, so you know,
Mario said he's getting all the milkmaids. Well, he's getting
Doing something.
yeah.
so.
He definitely ain't buying the cow.
This
Yeah,
dude's
well-
clapping plenty of Amish cheeks.
And non-Amish, apparently.
right, because old girl, the middle-aged woman didn't look Amish at all, and she was
No.
sitting at the computer.
No, she was behind that desk though.
Oh, she was. He was getting it from the back. Is
He
that?
was
Is
like,
that
I think I
position in
need
the Bible?
a
you do
social
that?
security number or something. She was like, baby, I'll get you a social security number.
All right. Well, we've had enough fun with the Amish. I think we've milked all of that for what we can. So it's once again break time. So Mel, after these messages, we'll be right back.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em! It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm. Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
At Hampton Law, our primary goal is to provide non-traditional yet effective solutions and redefine the approach to client legal concerns. As your trusted legal advisor, we believe in sophisticated, personalized services that eliminate the confusion and complexity sometimes associated with legal matters. Our high standard for client care and concern, coupled with our extensive legal knowledge and skills, make Hampton Law a resource focused on the protection of the client's interest and overall goals. We value our clients and truly enjoy working with them. Visit thamptonlaw.com to conveniently schedule an appointment online. Tamika Hampton Esquire, 1631 Rock Springs Road, Suite 336, Apopka, Florida, 407-494-1471. thamptonlaw.com.
Nope. Nope.
Come on, him.
Ooh, I like him.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
He's an 8.
He's a 9.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
From novice to aficionado, find yourself here. High quality cigars plus personal customer service. Slow Burn is Waco's only mobile cigar lounge, featuring a meticulous, curated collection of premium cigars. Visit our website, www.slowburnwaco.com. That's www.slowburnwaco.com.
Stride K-12 powered schools are ready to put over 20 years of being a leader in online education to work for you. Dive into curriculum design for the online classroom. Team up with state-certified teachers trained in virtual instruction. Take control of your child's education journey. Discover the power of personalized learning with a leader experienced in preparing kids for a future they can be excited about. Take charge. Stride K-12. Enroll now for the fall.
Hey, we're back.
Yes, we are.
Hey, Uncle Percy's back. Okay, so Rod's books we should be reading. Rod,
right.
regale us with tales of comic books that we should be paying attention to.
All right. Well, I will say this. I had a brief hiatus from picking up my books because football season happened. And then when football season happens, the season is seasoning. And so I didn't get a chance to
That's
grab
right.
my books. I walked into the comic book store and they were like, "Hey, Rod, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, bro. I just haven't been able to come grab my stuff, man." So they reached in the file and, literally got a handful of books for me, a fistful. And we'll start out first with and this is a little bit behind, but I kind of wanted to kind of get people started off with the Black Panther #2. This is the new series, and this is issue 2. I know it's probably up to 3 or 4 right now, and this is with Eve Ewing is the writer and Chris Allen's the artist. Basically, T'Challa is leaving off from the previous volume of Black Panther, is now no longer the ruler of Wakanda, but he is still its protector. He's currently hanging out incognito in one of Wakanda's cities. So he kind of has an alter ego. He's a busboy at a restaurant. And then he goes out and does what he does as the Panther at night. So what we find out is there's this shady group of families that are trying to take over or trying to run pretty much the crime in one of his cities, which is Birnin T'Chaka. And they have acquired Deathlock somehow. And they are brainwashing him to be able to use pretty much as a weapon.
So now Wakanda has basically become the United States.
Well, there's always been crime in Wakanda, but it's because people are greedy, which is what, one of the main themes in this particular, it seems like one of the main themes in this set of stories so far from the Black Panther. He also ends up going up against this private detective / thief named Bisa, who you see on the cover.
Okay.
The young lady he's in combat with. And so we find out a little bit more about her as the issue goes on. And like I said, I think I'm a little bit behind with this one. So I know 3 is already out, and I believe he's fighting Deathlock on the cover of 3. So they eventually do meet up, as you would expect. But that's where it is so far with T'Challa.
So of course they got the brothers fighting each other.
Brother and sister. Oh, you're talking about Deathlock, yeah.
Deathlock, yeah.
Yeah, next up is Uncanny Avengers. And this is another series that they've kind of brought back as well, because there was an Uncanny Avengers before. This particular volume is in the wake of what's called the Fall of X event. And so the X-Men are featuring prominently in this, and their crossovers all over. The X-Men are really, really public enemy #1 in the world right now. They had a sentient island called Krakoa, where they were living as an independent nation. And they had the ability to regenerate or resurrect after death. And that was, of course, was alarming to the public at large. So
Rod, let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
So mutants were the only ones who could do this, right? Die
Correct.
and then come back.
Correct.
So they just took a comic book trope and blew it up.
Yeah, pretty much.
So now death don't mean shit.
Well, it didn't. And I was getting ready to get and say there's an organization called Orchis.
Okay.
ORCHIS, which is trying to wipe mutant kind out. They now have sets of Sentinels with Tony Stark's Stark Tech integrated into them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Without his permission, of course. And so he's trying to find a way to he's trying to find a way to counteract that. So while that happened, Orchis also had a conspiracy undermining the mutants' efforts to kind of make peace with humankind because they have been giving them medicines to cure and treat things, what have you. And as was found out, all of those medicines actually had like kill switches in them, so people ended up dying.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
But it
so
didn't matter because they could come back.
no, regular humans.
Oh, okay.
For the
Yeah.
regular humans, like the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, fuck them.
No, I'm just kidding.
Interesting parallel,
Hey.
right, Amayou? But
Right.
so of course, the world at large is pissed off at the mutants. So Charles Xavier, in his infinite wisdom, telepathically coerces mutants to leave through the different portals that they had around the world. And well, I'm not going to say what happens with that, but suffice to say, all of the mutants didn't go with his command. The ones who were able to resist, who are trained and are able to resist mental commands from Xavier, remain on Earth. Remain on the
But
planet.
isn't he the most powerful telepath on Earth?
Yes.
Okay, so here, I guess here's where
One of
I'm
them,
having
yes.
an issue right now because I used to be an X-Men like groupie.
Right.
Like, those were the ones. Like when I was a comic book fan back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, when the
Right.
X-Men really blew up, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were just a superhero team,
Right.
right? It wasn't no fucking political movement.
Well,
Right.
okay, yeah. All right.
Well, not to the extent where they wanted their own nation. They seceded from the rest of the world, had their own nation,
Right.
now,
Mm-hmm.
and now can't die. So
Well, that was also attempted by Magneto with Genosha.
it was. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
So I guess my issue right now is, like, if you can't die, where do you go from here as a character?
Well, the island's ability to resurrect mutants was corrupted, and so that's no longer the case.
Okay.
So when you die, you're gone now. You're out of there.
But how many times have the X-Men saved the world that people still don't like them? It's like
Not only-
24. It's like the series 24 with Jack Bauer. Every day, Jack Bauer is saving the world.
Right.
But
Well,
when
every
something
hour.
But
happens,
they always find a way
don't allow Jack
to
Bauer.
kick his ass out the
Motherfucker.
country or
Jack Bauer the only one saving my black ass. So he can do
Right,
whatever the hell
right.
he wants. I'm
It's
sorry.
because of his methods of how he's saving people. It's what people have a problem with, which is
Okay.
stupid, of course. Just like the X-Men have, been on the side or fought alongside other superheroes, and they're just as weird as the X-Men, but nobody has a problem with them.
Well, Jack Bauer actually said in one episode, "Go get me a hacksaw," and that was pretty.
He did.
Yeah, that was pretty intense.
And to that
and,
I
and
say,
a couple of he's breaking people's fingers and all that kinds of stuff. So
Man, listen.
and to that I say, Jack Bauer can do whatever the hell he wants because he saves me in a day. He's got 24 hours. and he
24
saves me
hours.
every time. He saves
Done.
me in a day every time.
Done.
all right,
Done.
so back to Uncanny Avengers. They're
sorry.
trying to create a unity team now, led by Captain America with Psylocke, Rogue, Monet St. Croix, who is now called Penance, and Quicksilver, and Deadpool. And so that's the new team. That's who we're starting out with. And we'll see how it goes. Yes, John.
Monet St. Croix and Penance were two different people at one point, right?
Yes.
What happened that they're not? So they're the same person? Because it was Monet and her two sisters were Penance, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Right.
So now they're all the same person?
I don't know how it happened,
Oh, okay.
but she refers to herself as Penance now.
Okay. So does she look like the old Penance, or does she look like Monet St. Croix?
Does the old Penance look like a red porcupine that's angry?
Yes.
Then yes.
Because Monet St. Croix was like this fairly attractive young lady with long black
Statuesque
hair.
model type. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they said to hell with that. Make her the angry porcupine.
She can change back and forth as she wants to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like She-Hulk.
So she can kind of look like Red Sonic the Hedgehog, or
Oh my God. That's exactly what she looks like now.
or Monet
Got it.
St. Croix, the beautiful model type.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So, as I mentioned before, this This falls under the Fall of X storyline, and I believe that this storyline is going to, kind of involve everybody in the line, all titles in the line at some point, and it's going to come to some type of conclusion because pretty much everybody's been sucked into this or pulled into this at some point, somewhere along the way.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and the last one. You have a question about this before I go to the last one?
No.
Okay. The last one I saved for last was Blade.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right. Now, Blade, this is actually up to issue 3 right now, but I want to go back to 1 because the storyline begins with Blade basically getting played by a werewolf to protect whom he thinks is an innocent woman, but ends up being actually the avatar of an evil entity.
Oh.
Who possessed this woman. And he ends up, the opening scenes of the book is him crashing into a club with his car to protect this woman, a club full of vampires. So it's kind of a callback to the first scene in the original Blade film.
Yeah.
Right.
Where he's saving a dude from the vampire nightclub with a rave.
Yeah, dude from the Shiiiii.
Right. And to me, that was like, that still is one of the best scenes in any Marvel movie, period.
It is.
The bloodbath scene in Blade. That is a perfect intro to that character.
And the music, everything, soundtrack.
So he ends up unwittingly helping to free this entity. And now he has to go after this entity as well as the werewolf that set him up to free her.
Yeah, got to get that motherfucker.
Right. So you get werewolves involved and vampires in this one starting off.
Okay.
And I say Blade for last because last month was the 25-year anniversary of the Blade film.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's right.
Last September it had come out 25 years ago.
So because I mean, there was a lot of conversation about giving Blade its props for the last couple of years.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
and,
we put Blade up there. This show in particular, we make sure that everybody understands Blade was the first superhero film.
Please
do it like that.
There you go.
Now, Blade, who was created by Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan, looked a lot differently than what we know now.
Yeah.
And credit to, I think his name is David Goyer, who wrote the Blade film, the first one. He also came up with the kind of the design for Blade as you see him in that film with Wesley Snipes. And so that design was so striking.
Did Wesley have anything to do with that?
Yeah, I was gonna say Wesley has something to do with it as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So
because I know Wesley had been trying to get Blade made for the longest time.
Well, that and he had the rights to the Black Panther. But for whatever reason it wasn't able to get done. But
no, he had to get that up because of them taxes and shit. He had to sell up.
So that look of Blade in the movie, they immediately co-opted that and made him look like that in the comic books from that point forward. So that's how strong an image that was.
So Mario saying the funniest show on television is What We Do in the Shadows, and Wesley Snipes appears in an episode as a member of the Vampiric Council.
Yeah, the Daywalker.
I just have been turned on to What We Do in the Shadows. That show is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And that episode where they have the Vampiric Council and they're like, well, where are Brad and Tom? Oh, they had other stuff to do,
Right.
And that show is funny as hell. And yes, Wesley Snipes does appear as a Daywalker, and they're all jealous because the sunlight doesn't affect him. It's actually, if you have opportunity, the two people who are out there watching besides Mario, check out What We Do in the Shadows. The show is funny as hell. It's funnier than the Amish Stud trailer we just watched. So, and that was funny.
So that's why I wanted to end it with Blade. Happy belated birthday, Blade, 25th birthday.
Absolutely.
That's right.
I wanted to, since we're in the comic book vibe right now, I just kind of wanted to ask each of our Nerd Council members here, because we're getting a Marvel film which is essentially the Shiiiii Justice League or the Shiiiii Avengers with Captain Marvel, Photon, and Miss Marvel. I wanted to get our heads together and come up with an all-black team of heroes.
All black, all
Because
female,
well,
or
ain't
just
that
all
many.
black?
Ain't that many.
I
But
was
I
gonna
want
say
an
that's a
all
short list.
right. I want an all-black
Okay.
super team. I want an all-black super team. So let's and
Okay,
we're
you
going to
start
stay
it off,
within the
Sean.
constraints of each company. I want to do one for Marvel and one for DC.
All right, let's do the Marvel one. You up first, John.
First, I gotta have Sam Wilson, Captain America, as the leader. Gotta have Sam. Gotta have
Okay.
Captain America out there.
All right.
All right. Who's next?
You want me to go next?
Sure.
Blue Marvel.
Good choice.
Simply because of power levels and the smarts.
Yes, absolutely.
Blue Marvel, right in there.
I'm scared to ask Amayu because she's like, what?
No, I would pick the woman that was the general. I can't think of her name right now. General in Black Panther.
Okoye.
Okoye.
Okoye, yes.
Man,
Gotta
listen,
bring a little,
man.
feminine energy.
Okay. Okay. Percy, you up?
You bald-headed demon.
That was the funniest line in that whole movie. That was the funniest line in the whole movie. Percy, you up?
He's on mute.
Unmute yourself.
No, I'm trying to think. I'm like, the obvious would be Black Panther, but I don't want to pick him.
Oh, wait a minute. So you had to turn the volume down so you could think, like we do in the car and shit when you're trying to find the address.
Yeah.
And I do that too. I gotta turn the volume down. I'm like, hold on, I can't see the address. Turn the music down.
Hell no. All right, Percy, who you got?
Oh man, I'm losing my what's his name?
Of
From
course.
Iron Man.
You know,
War Machine.
Yeah, War Machine.
Okay, Colonel Rhodes.
Okay. So we've got we've got a strategical leader with Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the powerhouse of Blue Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the woman with Okoye.
Man, listen.
And we've got the mechanical something with War Machine.
Firepower.
Thank you. What you got, DJ?
I'm gonna have to go with, especially because he's Chicago native, local dude from Shiiiii. My man Martian. What's the character that showed up at the door, Superman's mama's door, or whatever, played by Harry J. Lennox.
DC's Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter.
But
if only to see my boy Harry Lennox get his due and make a few thousand million.
Okay, so we got your pick for DC group. This is Marvel.
Right.
I thought we were doing
no, we're
one
doing
of
the
all
Marvel
of them
group and the
shit.
DC group.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we're doing the Marvel first. Okay. All right, fine.
So you gonna give us one, or you still thinking?
Yeah, hold up. Let me turn down the music. Hold up.
Technically, he's green too. So, all right. He just chooses to be black.
Let me see. I mean, honestly enough, Marvel-wise, I mean, I would like to see Storm come back. Everybody complained about Halle Berry and everything, but if Holly didn't play her, I mean, I would like to see her come back strong, And you talk about a leader, I mean, she's definitely a leader. But I would like to see Storm come back stronger.
Okay. You know what? If you didn't say Storm, I was gonna jump out my seat because Storm is probably one of the most popular black characters in Marvel Comics. Not to mention she's powerful.
Absolutely.
In comics in general, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's Sam Wilson, War Machine, Okoye, Storm, and who'd you say, Rod?
Blue Marvel.
Blue Marvel. Oh yeah, that's
Blue
solid.
Marvel. Yeah.
That's solid. You'd be hard pressed to beat that squad. Okay, so DC.
If we're gonna start with DC, then go with Martian Manhunter because that's my choice already, and go from there.
Okay, he is a minority. Martian Manhunter first. I would say John Stewart, Green Lantern, as the leader.
As the leader,
again,
okay.
Strategic mind.
I'm next.
No love for the Daywalker Mario.
Wait a minute, ain't this is fantasy football rules? We got to go back the other way.
Snake.
Oh, okay.
You can't go
I'm sorry.
first and shit.
I'm sorry. You're right. Come on, Percy. So we got Martian Manhunter. Go ahead, Percy. Turn down the music.
Static. Okay.
Static.
Nice. I was hoping somebody would go to Milestone. Nice, Percy.
You know somebody's gonna bring him up. Come on now.
You know my love for the Milestone universe. I'm, unashamedly.
I'm so limited in my DC comic knowledge. I don't have anyone, so you have to skip me.
So for Amayou's pick, we'll say Vixen.
Sure, yeah, that's the one. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Lord.
Siri, who is Vixen?
So Amayou, Vixen is a black woman who has an African totem that gives her the powers and abilities of any animal.
Okay, I think I saw somebody cosplaying as her.
You probably did.
Like a tiger version of her. I guess.
That was her.
Probably.
Yeah, I told you. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, what was I thinking? Of course you would choose Vixen.
Okay. I'm up.
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Terrific.
Nice. Damn, that knocks my leader off the board. I mean, he's one of the smartest men in the DC universe, right?
Yep. And he has T-spheres that do any damn thing the writer wants it to do.
Whatever the writer can imagine. Okay.
Yep.
And then John Stewart, Green Lantern. That would be my pick.
There you go.
So Rod, speaking of Mr. Terrific, did you were you a collector of the Terrifics, that comic that DC tried to make the Fantastic Four, their version of Fantastic?
You know what? I got the first couple of issues solely because of Mr. Terrific.
Yes.
That's the only reason I bought it. I wasn't really interested in it afterwards. I left it alone. But he has since made his return in Justice Society because the Justice Society of America is back.
Okay.
So I think they're up to issue 4 or 5 right now.
Okay.
And it's been pretty good so far. So I'm collecting that.
I'm
happy to see him back.
I don't think he's gay in the comic. Is he gay in the comic?
No,
like
he's
he
not.
was on Arrow? Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah, I picked up the first 2 issues of the Terrifics, and it was just okay. I wasn't impressed. I wanted it to be.
I wanted it to be really good too, like the Ultimates.
Yes,
I really wanted the Ultimates to be really good.
Or hell, just like the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four is a solid property, and I wanted them.
Right, and then you had the Ultimates. You had a group. You had a team with Black Panther, Spectrum, and Blue Marvel.
Yes.
And you couldn't do anything with it?
No, because there's too many black people in one room. How dare you?
Apparently.
Yeah. Yes, DJ.
Question, because I don't know the latest greatest on it, but I kind of thought I heard something about the Louisiana, the Creole, the Cajun superhero
Gambit.
Gambit. Did Gambit get Me Too'd? Like, what happened with Gambit?
He might have. I wouldn't be surprised if he had, but I don't know for certain.
I didn't hear anything
Not
about that.
Actor, so to speak.
Yeah, I know
but
what
I'm
you're saying. In the
saying, like,
comic.
there was a project. Yeah, there was a project for Gambit, and I'm saying, like, is there something about Gambit that, like they put his movie on hold? Because I thought Gambit was coming at some point.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that too.
It was supposed to be Channing Tatum. And
okay.
For whatever reason, it just never happened. So here's the thing about what they're doing with these comic book films.
Wait. So he signed up for Magic Mike 3?
because Gambit wasn't being made. It wasn't greenlit, so he had to get paid somehow.
He was like,
so it's like, wait a minute. Well, you're gonna be with Salma Hayek. Okay, all right.
He's got to make those alimony payments to Jenna.
He really does. He really does.
His
Jenna,
ex-wife.
Yeah.
Jenna Dewan Tatum.
Well, now just Jenna Dewan.
Now just Jenna Dewan.
But one thing that I'm really is kind of scaring me when the MCU first started, there was a clear connective tissue throughout the films, and now it seems like the films and the TV shows are starting to get like the comics, where it's just too much shit happening, and they want you to read everything and watch everything. So they'll say, yeah, if you want this, you got to watch this or buy that. And there's nothing standalone. There's nothing that you can just watch and enjoy. And
it's like live action microtransactions.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know what that means.
But in video games
nowadays, they want you to
yeah. Well,
you
they want you to pay like real money for cosmetics or whatever.
Right.
Or something that give you a temporary.
You pay your $60 for the full game, and you think you got everything, but then they're like, if you want, this story or this thing, you got to pay this and pay that, and and all of that stuff. So now it's like it's like they used to have blockbuster movies. Now it's like, well, let's break this shit down and put 8 episodes over here, and we'll put it some 8 episodes over there.
Right. But John, you're right. There used to be some sort of connective tissue in comic book films, specifically with the MCU. And now,
do you blame Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for that?
No, well, no, because when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. first started out, they were trying to be like in conjunction or at the same concurrent with the MCU timeline, and then they broke off from it. I guess they felt like it was too difficult to do that, but I didn't think so. And every now and then you could have paid a little money out to get a cameo like they did before, like they did early on. That really kept people interested, and then they came up with all these different storylines that were nothing related to the MCU line, and I think that's where it kind of went off a cliff.
Wait. Let's bring in the devil dude, the rider, the Ghost Rider.
The Ghost Rider. Now that was an idea. That was a good idea. I like the Ghost Rider.
It was a good arc, but it was still like, huh? What?
Yeah, right. Where'd that come from?
But here's the thing. Here's where my true issue, and this was almost, I would be remiss today. Stop expecting cameos in these Marvel films and TV shows. If you get them, great. But if you don't, you know why. Because that actor was either unavailable or it cost too much. That's just not gonna happen. In the comics, Spider-Man can come swing in, say a couple lines, and swing out, and it's okay. In the movies, if you want Tom Holland to come swing in, say a couple lines, and swing out, it's gonna cost you $3 or $4 million, and they're not willing to pay that. So anytime something happens, and I get on the interwebs, and these people, well, why didn't the Avengers help Iron Man with this, or why didn't the Justice League come in and help the Flash? No, because they cost too much. The actors are going to want to get paid, and or they're working on another project and they're unavailable. So when you get and that's why I want just standalone superhero films, because I'm not expecting everybody and their mama to come in and join in, when in reality, if superheroes were real, well, yeah, if I hear about my boy fighting Dr. Centrifugus in the middle of downtown, yeah, I'm gonna go help him out. Yeah, why the fuck wouldn't I? But that's just not gonna happen in live action films.
You know what it might have to start going toward, man? It may have to start moving toward animated features like the Spider-Man films.
Yeah.
If they had animated features, they could do that all they wanted to, because they did it with What If.
The way this strike is going, the way this strike is going, them writers and them actors might be going animated.
Well, even so, they still have to use actors.
Well, who's about to go? Who's about to go on strike now?
Who?
Not for animated.
No, the video gamer programmers. They're about to go on strike.
Really?
Yeah, they're next.
Yeah, I heard they work in like horrible conditions, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like
Oh, yeah.
video game studios are like really horrible.
Video game
Wow.
studios have been the holdout for a very long time. When they're trying to crush because the people with the wallets, like, hey, I've already invested, this many millions, tens and hundreds of millions. When is this game coming out? And it's like,
That's right.
oh yeah, we got guys working on it 20 hours a day, literally. Like, yeah.
So they
Well,
could probably get
yeah,
it
they
done
gonna
if
wanna-
they hire 20 more people to work on it.
Right. But they don't want to do that because what they don't want to do is split up the pie, even more, towards the end. So it's like they try to keep, a certain amount, so that, okay, this is everybody that gets paid. And I guess depending on what kind of deals they have, because I mean, some of these studios like Rockstar, I would imagine, some of these original members, crews, original staffs of Rockstar, they just don't have to do anything for the rest of their lives. Because they didn't make so much money at Rockstar. Oh my God.
So we could continue on with this conversation all night, but Mel is whispering in our collective ears.
What, hot wings?
That the show
Jerk chicken?
is
What's she?
that the show is almost over.
DoorDash, damn it.
DoorDash. Okay, she waiting.
So
she had a time. She got a time perfectly.
Now it's time to say goodbye to all my family. Uncle Percy, anything you got for us on the way out the door?
No, just can't wait till Tuesday to be on your show. That's all.
Okay. Uncle DJ.
A mind is for you.
Yeah. Uncle DJ, what you got for us on the way out the door?
I don't have a falsetto, but aside from that, I got Starfield and football season.
Are you still writing?
If I truly didn't love you so madly deeply,
here we go.
I mean, I'm just saying. I already put out the word with everybody else.
Well, I've heard you put out. You're right.
I put yeah. That's right. That's right. Oh wait a minute, I'm looking the wrong way. That's right. Okay.
You still looking the wrong way.
What? Am I looking the wrong way? All right. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, but no, between Starfield and football season, man,
appreciate that to you.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm gonna try to get some writing in there somewhere, but that's about it.
Okay, Auntie Amayou, what you got?
Nothing special going on. Just glad to be back on the show. Glad to have the show back, and hopefully we can talk about some Walking Dead too soon.
You know what? Because Daryl Dixon starts. Is it this week? Yeah.
Something
So
like
next week we got to talk about The Walking Dead because that franchise
That's still a thing
right now.
Yes, it's still alive. Okay.
Oh man,
The Walking Dead is Walking Dead right now. Auntie
Until they
Amayou,
can
you
tell
also
me how that shit happened, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Auntie Amayou, you're also on Chat and Draw on Wednesday nights.
Yes, sir. I'm on Chat and Draw Wednesday nights with Mike Watson. I chat, he draws, and we usually have a guest. So, yeah.
Okay. That's a pretty simple premise right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Uncle Rod, what you got for us?
I got nothing, man. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try this One Piece thing again.
Yeah.
And if I don't,
work it out.
If I can't
Try
work
it.
with it, you will hear about it next week. I promise you.
The second season of Wheel of Time is out on Amazon.
That's
okay.
Nice. How's football season going?
I like it.
Uncle Rod?
We're 2-0.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Keeping it rolling.
Hey, Uncle Percy, we're gonna have a show called Drink and Sit.
Okay.
Mario, James Otis Hall, and Tio, thank you all so much for hanging out with us this evening.
And don't forget, what was the young lady?
Heidi.
And Heidi.
Thank you.
Heidi, yes,
There you
Heidi.
go.
4 people.
Man, listen, we coming up.
So also,
wait a minute. Who didn't invite a person? I got Mario. who didn't invite somebody?
I invited everyone on Facebook.
I shared out on Facebook.
I mean, I put it on TikTok.
No, but my people showed up. So y'all
Okay.
gotta work harder.
Okay, whatever.
I think that promo on TikTok is on. You on to something with that? We need to work that.
Yeah. Watch out for us on TikTok, on the Tickety Talk, because we're gonna be on that next. So for the missing Auntie Nicole, hopefully everything is all right with you. For Uncle DJay, Uncle Percy, Auntie Amayou, Uncle Rod, super producer Mel. One day the audience will outnumber the panel. Yes, Mario. Hopefully one day.
Next week will be the week.
And for me, Uncle John, thank you all for checking us out. We will be back next week with more shenanigans and tomfoolery. Night.
Peace.
Sweet.
Or maybe we'll just hang out for a little.